The scorching desert sun beat down mercilessly, its relentless heat transforming the landscape into a breathless, unforgiving canvas of survival. I had walked countless steps, each more desperate than the last, carrying my son whose fragile body trembled with weakness. My name is Hagar, an Egyptian slave woman cast out into this merciless wilderness, carrying the weight of rejection and abandonment heavier than any physical burden. My story began in the household of Abraham and Sarah, where I was nothing more than a possession, seen but never truly acknowledged, used but never valued. I was a foreigner, an outsider, a woman whose entire existence was defined by the whims of others. When Sarah, unable to bear children, offered me as a surrogate to Abraham, I became a vessel of hope, then a threat, and ultimately, a problem to be discarded. The moment of my expulsion is etched into my memory with razor-sharp clarity. The anger in Sarah's eyes, the silent resignation in Abraham's posture, the sudden realization that I and my son Ishmael were disposable. These memories burned more intensely than the desert's heat. We were cast out with nothing but a small skin of water, two souls thrust into a landscape that seemed determined to erase our very existence. As the water depleted and my son's breathing became labored, a terror unlike any I had ever known began to consume me. This was not just a physical desert, but an emotional wasteland where hope evaporated faster than our precious water. I understood, in those devastating moments, what true invisibility meant, to be so insignificant that even the universe seemed to have forgotten my existence. When my strength finally broke, I did the unthinkable. I placed my dying son beneath a small shrub, unable to watch him take his final breaths. My own cries merged with his weak whimpers, a symphony of despair that echoed through the empty wilderness. In that moment, I represented every human who has ever felt completely alone, abandoned, and without purpose. But something extraordinary was about to happen, something that would transform my understanding of existence itself. This was not just a story of survival, but a profound revelation about being truly seen when the world declares you invisible. My narrative was about to become a testament to the unexpected ways divine compassion reveals itself in our most desperate moments. The desert around me was not just sand and heat. It was a metaphorical landscape of human suffering, of forgotten souls, of those who believe they matter to no one. And yet, even in this place of absolute desolation, a profound encounter was waiting, an encounter that would change everything I understood about my worth, my identity, and the nature of divine love. My journey was just beginning, and the wilderness held secrets that would soon transform my understanding of survival, hope, and being truly seen. The silence of the wilderness became my unexpected teacher. Dehydration blurred my perception, each labored breath a testament to human fragility. My son's weak form beside me represented more than physical vulnerability. He embodied the profound uncertainty that haunts marginalized souls. Survival demands more than water, it requires hope. In this moment of absolute vulnerability, I confronted the raw edges of human experience where institutional power crushes individual dignity. My Egyptian heritage, my status as a slave, my gender, each layer of my identity had conspired to render me expendable in a world structured by patriarchal indifference. Intriguingly, wilderness possesses its own profound language. Its emptiness speaks volumes about human resilience. Here, stripped of societal constructs, one discovers an elemental truth. Survival is less about physical endurance and more about internal fortitude. My ancestors' survival through centuries of displacement whispered through my veins, a genetic memory of persistent hope. Desperation metamorphoses perspective. When conventional systems fail you, when institutional structures reject your humanity, something profound awakens within. A primal understanding emerges that survival is an act of radical resistance. My existence, precarious as it seemed, became a defiance against systems designed to erase me. The landscape around me mirrored my internal terrain, seemingly barren, yet pregnant with unexpected potential. Each grain of sand held a narrative of transformation, each rock a silent witness to countless untold stories of human endurance. My suffering was not unique. It was part of a broader human experience of marginalization and resilience. Critically, This moment transcended personal anguish. I represented countless invisible individuals, displaced refugees, enslaved populations, women systematically erased from historical narratives. My vulnerability became a collective testimony, challenging narratives of powerlessness with raw, unfiltered human dignity. Vulnerability, I was learning, is not weakness. It is the most profound form of courage, to remain open, to persist, to hope when every rational calculation suggests surrender. In this unforgiving landscape, stripped of familiar protections, I was discovering an unprecedented inner strength, a resilience that defied logical explanation. The wilderness held me in its uncompromising embrace, preparing me for a revelation that would fundamentally alter my understanding of human worth and divine attention. My story was far from over. It was, in fact, just beginning to unfold. The unforgiving terrain stretched before me like an endless canvas of despair, each step a negotiation between survival and surrender. My parched throat told stories of resilience no medical text could capture, a visceral chronicle of human endurance beyond rational explanation. Survival demands more than physical strength. It requires an intricate alchemy of hope, perception, and unexpected grace. In this moment of absolute vulnerability, I discovered something profound. Marginalization creates its own extraordinary language of resistance. My Egyptian heritage wasn't merely a geographical origin, but a complex tapestry of generational wisdom encoded in survival strategies. Institutional power structures had systematically attempted to reduce me to a disposable entity, a slave, a surrogate, an inconvenient presence. Yet here, exposed and seemingly powerless, I was crafting my own narrative of dignity. Every labored breath became an act of defiance. Every moment of continued existence a radical statement against systems designed to erase me. Unexpectedly, isolation became my unexpected mentor. The barren landscape stripped away societal constructs, revealing an elemental truth about human worth that transcended social hierarchies. My identity wasn't defined by my circumstances, but by an intrinsic, unbreakable spirit that refused to be extinguished. Critically, this wasn't merely a personal struggle. My experience represented a broader collective narrative of displaced individuals, refugees, enslaved populations, marginalized communities who persistently challenge narratives of powerlessness. Each step I took carried the weight of countless untold stories, a silent rebellion against systemic indifference. Physiological survival intertwined with psychological resilience in ways medical science struggles to comprehend. My body, depleted and vulnerable, housed an indomitable spirit that defied logical survival metrics. Hunger, thirst, exhaustion. These were mere external challenges confronting an internal landscape of profound strength. Introspection became my unexpected companion. In this solitude, I recognized that true power emerges not from external validation, but from an internal recognition of one's inherent dignity. My worth wasn't determined by institutional structures or societal perceptions, but by an intrinsic, immeasurable value that transcended human categorization. The horizon before me wasn't just a geographical boundary, but a metaphorical threshold of transformation. Each step represented a deliberate choice, to succumb or to persist, to be defined by circumstances or to redefine my narrative through unrelenting hope. Remarkably, vulnerability revealed itself as the most sophisticated form of courage. To remain open, to hope when rational calculation suggested surrender, this was true strength. My journey wasn't about conquering external challenges, but about maintaining an unbroken spirit amid seemingly insurmountable odds. As shadows lengthened and my physical resources dwindled, an unexpected clarity emerged. I was more than my immediate suffering, more than a forgotten slave, more than a discarded surrogate. I was a living testament to human resilience, a breathing chronicle of unexpected grace. As the sun's merciless rays continued their relentless assault, I confronted a profound internal landscape far more treacherous than the physical desert surrounding me. My survival now hinged on something deeper than mere physical endurance. It demanded spiritual resilience. Desperation transforms perception in ways no rational analysis can predict. When institutional structures strip away your humanity, you discover an extraordinary reservoir of inner strength. My experience as an enslaved woman had taught me that survival requires more than water and bread. It demands an unbreakable spirit that refuses to be crushed by circumstances. Critically, my struggle transcended individual suffering. I represented countless marginalized souls whose narratives remain unrecorded, displaced populations, women erased from historical records, individuals systematically rendered invisible by powerful systems. Each labored breath became a quiet rebellion against structures designed to annihilate human dignity. Introspection revealed an unexpected truth. Vulnerability isn't weakness, but the most sophisticated form of courage. To remain open when everything suggests surrender requires extraordinary internal fortitude. My Egyptian heritage whispered ancestral wisdom through my veins, generations of resilient souls who transformed adversity into profound spiritual strength. Physiological survival intertwined with psychological warfare in ways medical science struggles to comprehend. My depleted body housed an indomitable spirit that defied logical calculation. Hunger, thirst, exhaustion. These were mere external challenges confronting an internal landscape of remarkable perseverance. Institutional power had attempted to reduce me to a disposable entity, a slave, a reproductive tool, an inconvenient presence. Nevertheless, here in this unforgiving terrain, I was crafting a narrative of unprecedented dignity. My existence itself became a radical statement challenging systemic indifference. Understanding emerged gradually. My worth wasn't determined by external validation, but by an intrinsic, immeasurable value transcending human categorization. The horizon before me represented more than geographical boundaries. It was a metaphorical threshold of transformation, inviting me to redefine my entire existential narrative. Remarkably, isolation became my unexpected mentor. Stripped of societal constructs, I discovered an elemental truth about human potential. Our capacity to generate hope emerges most powerfully when conventional support systems collapse. My journey wasn't about conquering external challenges, but maintaining an unbroken spiritual core. Now, consider how this resilience applies when you encounter seemingly insurmountable obstacles. Our deepest strength rarely manifests during comfortable moments, but emerges through profound adversity. We are not defined by what happens to us, but by how we choose to interpret and respond to those experiences. The landscape around me, simultaneously physical and metaphorical, held silent wisdom. Each grain of sand represented potential transformation, each rock a testament to enduring against overwhelming odds. My narrative was expanding beyond personal suffering into a universal declaration of human dignity. In this moment of extreme vulnerability, I recognized that survival demands more than physical endurance. It requires a profound reimagining of personal worth. My experience as a marginalized woman revealed a deeper truth. Oppression attempts to fragment our identity, but cannot destroy our inherent dignity. Navigating this wilderness, I discovered resilience isn't a singular act, but a continuous negotiation with uncertainty. Each breath became a deliberate choice, to surrender or to challenge the narrative imposed upon me. My body, weakened and parched, housed an internal rebellion that defied logical survival calculations. Remarkably, traumatic experiences create unexpected pathways of transformation. My displacement wasn't merely a personal tragedy, but a complex landscape of potential reinvention. The desert became a metaphorical crucible, burning away societal expectations and revealing an authentic self unbound by predetermined limitations. Cultural narratives often silence peripheral experiences, rendering individuals like myself invisible. Yet invisibility itself can become a strategic advantage, a hidden reservoir of strength where marginalized voices cultivate extraordinary adaptive capabilities. My silence was not submission, but a calculated form of spiritual resistance. Intriguingly, human dignity emerges most powerfully when conventional support systems collapse. My journey demonstrated that authentic empowerment originates from internal recalibration, not external validation. Each step through this unforgiving terrain represented a radical act of self-determination. Psychological survival requires reimagining oneself beyond imposed boundaries. I wasn't merely a slave or a discarded surrogate. I was a complex narrative waiting to be reclaimed. My heritage carried generational wisdom of transformation, teaching that true liberation begins with radical self-recognition. Critically, trauma doesn't define us. Our response to it shapes our fundamental identity. By refusing to be reduced to a victim's narrative, I was constructing a revolutionary understanding of personal agency. My wilderness experience became a profound meditation on human potential beyond prescribed societal roles. The landscape around me mirrored internal territories of struggle and possibility. Sand, wind, and sparse vegetation became metaphorical companions in my journey of self-discovery. Each environmental challenge presented an invitation to transcend perceived limitations, to rewrite my own story with unapologetic authenticity. Ultimately, my survival wasn't about conquering external circumstances, but maintaining an unbroken connection with my intrinsic worth. This wilderness taught me that genuine power resides not in controlling environments, but in cultivating an unshakable internal landscape of hope and resilience. Now, consider how this perspective transforms your understanding of personal challenges. What narratives have you internalized that limit your perception of potential? The most profound revolutions begin with reimagining ourselves beyond imposed definitions. The water skin hung limply against my side, a stark reminder of our dwindling hope. Survival demands more than physical resources. It requires an intricate alchemy of spiritual resilience and unexpected grace. My son's labored breathing punctuated the desert's oppressive silence, each moment a testament to human vulnerability. Marginalization creates its own profound language of resistance. Where institutional power seeks to erase, the human spirit cultivates extraordinary adaptive strategies. My experience transcended individual suffering. I embodied a collective narrative of those systematically rendered invisible by societal structures. Perception transforms under extreme duress. When conventional support systems collapse, we discover reservoirs of strength previously unknown. The wilderness became my unexpected mentor, stripping away protective illusions and revealing an authentic core of survival instinct. Every crackling step across parched terrain challenged my understanding of human potential. Intriguingly, trauma doesn't merely wound. It can become a crucible of profound transformation. My displacement wasn't simply a personal tragedy, but an invitation to radical self-reimagining. Cultural expectations dissolved like mirages, revealing a more authentic narrative of personal agency. Psychological survival requires a continuous negotiation with uncertainty. I wasn't passive in my suffering. Each breath represented a deliberate choice to challenge the narrative imposed upon me. My body, weakened and parched, housed an internal rebellion that refused systematic erasure. Critically, our deepest strength emerges not during comfortable moments, but through profound adversity. The desert's unforgiving terrain taught me that resilience isn't inherited or granted, it's deliberately cultivated. We write our survival stories moment by moment, refusing to be defined by our circumstances. Generational wisdom whispered through my veins, a complex inheritance of persistent hope. My Egyptian roots carried stories of transformation, teaching that liberation begins with radical self-recognition. Oppression might attempt to fragment identity, but cannot destroy an unbreakable spirit. The horizon stretched before me, not just a geographical boundary, but a metaphorical threshold of possibility. Each step became an act of defiance, a quiet revolution against systems designed to minimize human potential. My journey wasn't about conquering external limitations, but maintaining an unshakable internal narrative of worth. Now, consider how this perspective illuminates your own hidden strengths. What narratives have you internalized that constrain your understanding of personal potential? The most profound transformations begin with reimagining ourselves beyond prescribed definitions. The scorching heat intensified my inner turmoil, transforming physical thirst into a metaphysical crucible of spiritual revelation. Isolation stripped away societal protective layers, revealing raw emotional landscapes where survival intersected with profound self-discovery. My vulnerability wasn't weakness. It represented an intricate navigation through systemic challenges that had systematically attempted to diminish my humanity. Profound transformation emerges unexpectedly through extraordinary circumstances. Where institutional structures sought to render me insignificant, my internal resilience generated unprecedented strategic adaptations. The wilderness became a transformative classroom, teaching survival strategies beyond conventional understanding. My marginalized experience illuminated complex survival mechanisms embedded within human consciousness, strategies of resistance born from generations of persistent adaptation. Critically, this journey transcended individual suffering. I represented collective narratives of displaced populations, souls navigating complex terrains of systemic oppression. Each breath became a deliberate declaration of dignity, challenging predetermined narratives designed to silence peripheral experiences. My experience demonstrated how radical self-recognition generates revolutionary potential, transforming apparent vulnerability into extraordinary strength. Psychological landscapes reveal themselves through profound challenges. Stripped of familiar protective mechanisms, individuals discover extraordinary internal reservoirs of courage. Survival isn't merely physical endurance, but a sophisticated negotiation with uncertainty, requiring continuous recalibration of personal narratives. My wilderness experience illuminated how marginalized populations generate innovative resilience strategies, transforming adversity into powerful adaptive capabilities. Intriguingly, traumatic experiences create unexpected pathways of reinvention. Cultural expectations dissolved, revealing alternative understanding of personal agency. My journey illustrated how oppressive systems inadvertently generate sophisticated resistance mechanisms. By refusing predetermined limitations, individuals cultivate revolutionary perspectives that challenge systemic constraints. Navigating this complex terrain, I recognize that authentic empowerment originates from internal recalibration. External validation loses significance when confronted with profound self-understanding. The wilderness taught me that genuine strength emerges from maintaining an unbreakable connection with one's intrinsic worth, regardless of environmental challenges. Remarkably, this experience represented more than personal transformation. It embodied a universal human potential for regenerative resilience. My narrative became a testament to the extraordinary capacity for hope, demonstrating how marginalized populations generate innovative survival strategies that challenge conventional understanding of human potential. Now, reflect on how your personal challenges might conceal unexpected opportunities for profound growth. What internal resources remain unexplored within your own journey of resilience? As I gazed across the endless terrain, a profound understanding crystallized within my spirit. Survival isn't merely about physical endurance, but about maintaining an internal sanctuary of hope when external circumstances seek to crush one's essence. My marginalization had taught me something revolutionary. True power emerges from inner resilience, not from societal positioning. Profound transformation occurs in moments of absolute vulnerability. When conventional support structures crumble, we discover extraordinary inner reserves that defy rational explanation. My experience as an outsider revealed intricate survival strategies passed through generational wisdom, a silent inheritance of persistent courage that transcends individual suffering. Navigating systemic erasure requires sophisticated emotional intelligence. I learned to transform potential victimhood into strategic resistance, converting institutional indifference into a catalyst for personal reinvention. My identity wasn't defined by others' perceptions, but by my intentional reconstruction of self-worth. Critically, adaptive resilience emerges through unexpected channels. Social marginalization cultivates remarkable psychological flexibility, a capacity to reimagine oneself beyond predetermined limitations. Where oppressive systems intended to diminish, they inadvertently generated profound, innovative survival mechanisms. Psychological landscapes reveal themselves through radical confrontation with uncertainty. Stripped of familiar protective frameworks, individuals uncover astonishing internal capabilities. My journey illustrated how peripheral experiences generate sophisticated adaptation strategies, transforming apparent weakness into extraordinary strength. Cultural narratives frequently silence complex human experiences, rendering nuanced perspectives invisible. Yet invisibility itself can become a strategic advantage, a hidden reservoir where suppressed voices cultivate unprecedented adaptive intelligence. My silence wasn't submission, it represented calculated spiritual resistance. Reimagining personal agency requires continuous internal negotiation. By refusing externally imposed definitions, I constructed a revolutionary understanding of self-determination. Each challenge became an invitation to expand my comprehension of personal capability, transcending societal expectations. Introspective transformation demands courage beyond conventional understanding. Recognizing one's inherent dignity means challenging systemic narratives that seek to minimize individual potential. My experiences demonstrated how radical self-recognition generates revolutionary personal metamorphosis. Now, reflect on the uncharted territories within your own journey. What unexplored resilience lies dormant, waiting for you to acknowledge its profound potential? Your story isn't defined by circumstances, but by your intentional response to them. As I stand at this pivotal moment of reflection, the intricate tapestry of my journey reveals itself not as a linear path, but as an interconnected landscape of profound transformation. Each challenge, each moment of vulnerability, has been a silent teacher, whispering insights that transcend mere survival and touch the essence of authentic human experience. Our individual narratives are never truly isolated. They are complex symphonies resonating with generational wisdom, systemic challenges, and extraordinary adaptability. My personal odyssey represents something far more expansive than a singular story. It embodies a collective pulse of resilience that beats beneath the surface of marginalized experiences. Survival, I've discovered, isn't a destination but a continuous dance of perception and reinvention. It demands we navigate uncertainty with an internal compass calibrated not by external validation, but by an unwavering recognition of our intrinsic dignity. Each step through life's challenging terrains becomes an opportunity to rewrite our understanding of possibility. The most profound revelations emerge not from moments of comfort, but from those crucible experiences that challenge our fundamental assumptions about identity and potential. Our capacity for regeneration isn't measured by avoiding difficulties, but by our willingness to engage authentically with them, transforming apparent limitations into generative pathways of growth. Reflecting on this journey, I recognize how our deepest strength often lies hidden beneath layers of societal expectations and internalized narratives. We are far more complex, far more resilient than the simplified categories society attempts to impose upon us. Our lived experiences are sophisticated ecosystems of adaptation, resistance, and continuous becoming. My story intersects with countless others who have found themselves at the margins, discovering that marginalization can be paradoxically generative. When institutional structures seek to diminish, the human spirit cultivates extraordinary strategies of survival and self-affirmation. Our experiences are not defined by what happens to us, but by how we choose to interpret and metabolize those experiences. As we approach the culmination of this exploration, something remarkable emerges, a profound understanding that transcends individual narratives. Our personal journeys are interconnected threads in a larger fabric of human experience, each story carrying unique wisdom, each struggle revealing universal truths about resilience, dignity, and the extraordinary capacity for transformation. The landscape ahead beckons with unprecedented possibility, inviting us to step beyond familiar boundaries and reimagine the very foundations of our understanding. Our next moments are pregnant with potential, waiting to be birthed through courageous engagement with our most authentic selves. In this moment of profound reflection, I recognize that our journeys are never truly about the challenges we face, but about the transformative power of perceiving ourselves beyond society's limiting definitions. My experience has revealed a deeper truth. Resilience isn't a destination, but a continuous dialogue between our inner landscape and the world's complexities. We are not merely survivors of circumstance, but architects of meaning. Every seemingly insurmountable obstacle carries within it an invitation to reimagine our narrative, to excavate strength from the most unexpected terrains of our existence. Our pain becomes a profound teacher, whispering insights that transcend immediate suffering and touch the very essence of human dignity. The most revolutionary act is not conquering external barriers, but cultivating an unbreakable internal sanctuary of self-worth. When societal systems attempt to minimize us, our spirit generates remarkable adaptive strategies, transforming marginalization into a catalyst for unprecedented personal growth. Our vulnerability becomes our most sophisticated form of courage. I've learned that our stories interconnect in ways beyond immediate perception. Each individual journey resonates with a collective pulse of resilience, carrying wisdom that extends far beyond personal experience. We are not isolated fragments, but intricate threads in a larger tapestry of human experience, each narrative contributing to a more nuanced understanding of survival and transformation. Our deepest power emerges not from avoiding difficulties, but from our willingness to engage authentically with life's complex terrains. We are infinitely more complex than the categories society attempts to impose, with an extraordinary capacity for regeneration that defies conventional understanding. As I stand at this threshold of understanding, I invite you to see your challenges not as obstacles, but as unprecedented opportunities for radical self-discovery. Your worth is not determined by external metrics or societal expectations, but by your courageous capacity to metabolize experiences into profound wisdom. The horizon of possibility stretches before us, inviting a continuous reimagining of what it means to be fully alive. Our most powerful revolution begins with recognizing our inherent dignity, a recognition that transforms not just individual lives, but ripples outward, challenging systemic narratives of limitation. In this moment, I offer a gentle yet powerful invitation. Trust your journey. Embrace your complexity. Recognize that your most profound strength resides in your capacity to transform, to hope, to persist with an unbreakable spirit of resilience.